Hare Krishna. I am feeling really blessed and fortunate to have got this opportunity to introduce His Grace Radha Gopinath Prabhu amidst you all. As you are aware, Radha Gopinath Prabhu is not new for this particular Hpcl colony and all this function of Janmashtami. For last 17 years, almost barring 1 or 2 years, he has always been here and blessed us on the occasion of Janmashtami. I would like to introduce him once again to all those people who have come for the first time or are not aware of him. Radha Gopinath Prabhuji is one of the senior most devotee and senior most monk in the Radha Gopinath temple. Incidentally, the name of the temple and Prabhuji is also same, so don't get confused. So Prabhuji is so wonderfully explains the rahasyas of your Vedas, that it's wonderful to hear him time and again. So you all are fortunate here to come, and you will feel blessed after the program. Just for those people who don't, just to tell him that he holds a master's degree in voice and speech, therapy, and he is well traveled all over the world giving the lecture on Krishna consciousness. Almost more than 35 years he is with ISKCON, and let us hear him for the benefit of everyone. I'll now request him. He is already seated here, so I will request everyone to welcome him by loudly chanting thrice, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Now I'll request Vishwabhanu Prabhu to welcome His Grace Radha Gopinath Prabhu. Hari Bol. I'll request everyone to put on their mobiles on either on silent or switch off mode, and also request every parent to take care of the children so that they don't disturb during the lecture. Hare Krishna.
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I am extremely grateful to have been given this opportunity to share a few thoughts on the celebration at Hpcl here in the auditorium once again on this most auspicious day of Sri Krishna Janmashtami celebration. Recently I was hearing an interview with the ISRO chief Shri S. Somnath ji after the successful Chandrayaan mission, And in that interview, when he was asked, "You're a scientist and we see you visiting temples, science and religion appear to be to many people two different things." And he made a very interesting statement, and I really liked it, the way he presented it. He said, "I am an explorer. In my profession, I explore outer space, and when I visit temples, I explore inner space." Which is truly, I feel, the sign of intelligence, true intelligence, spiritual intelligence. Because yes, we may go to the moon planet, but Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita makes a very interesting statement. "Abrahma bhuvana loka punaravartino Arjuna mam upetyato kaunteya punarjanmana vidyate." He says, "Abrahma bhuvana loka," from the topmost planetary system in this material creation of Brahmaloka to the lowest planetary system of Patala, punaravartino Arjuna. It's a place of repeated birth and death. But mam upetyatu kaunteya, but one who attains me, attains my abode, punarjanma na vidyate. There is no need for such a person to come back again into this material world, which is defined by Krishna as with two adjectives, dukkhalayam, ashashvatam. Sometimes people feel that is a very pessimistic view of a pessimistic world view of looking at things, always being reminded dukkhalayam and ashashvatam, a place of misery, and everything is temporary. But then one of our devotees was making a very interesting statement. He said, comparing Dukkhalaya, he said it's like Himalaya. Himalaya, him means snow, and alay means a storehouse, like Granthalaya. Similarly we call Himalaya. So imagine if someone goes to the Himalayas with a mission to avoid cold. It's futile, because it is cold. It's going to be cold. That's what Himalaya is all about. But still people go there. There's amazing flora and fauna for the biologists, for the botanists. There is adventure for those wanting trek and all kinds of other sportive adventures. For the devotees, there are so many wonderful places there, Badrinath, Kedarnath. The yogis go there to meditate and perform some austerities. So there is much more to that place other than the cold. But you can only accept all of those things only when you make peace with accepting the fact that it's going to be cold there. As soon as you make peace with that understanding, with the truth, then you can set about to achieve whatever you have gone there to experience. Recently we were in New Zealand, and we were told that in New Zealand this place called Queensland is the most amazing, scenic place where a lot of Hollywood movies have been shot. So we had a program also, by the way. So we extended our stay for 2 more days. And it was May, and that's the peak of winter season there. It's on the other side of the hemisphere. So internally we kind of adjusted to the fact that it's going to be cold, and we did the needful of wearing required clothing, warm clothing, and then we went about, and we were enjoying wonderful scenic places. The drive across huge lakes. It's a beautiful place, no doubt. So once you accept this fact, then you do the needful. Similarly, accepting the fact that distress is going to be there in this world, some kind of disturbance will be there, which we noticed here today before our program. But the still program went on. Mataji was very smiling and trying to just see how best we can just go along, because there is a higher purpose. And then you are able to. Tam stitikshasu bharata, Krishna says in the Gita. Matra spashasu kaunteya, shita ushna, sukha dukkhada. They are the two sides of a coin, the dualities, dvandva, are going to be existing. One has to rise above and have a higher purpose in life, which is what human life is truly all about, and which is the very purpose why Krishna descends in this world to establish. Dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. But the one specific aspect of Krishna, as explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam, what was glorified by Narada Muni in the play, is something that is very unique, that Krishna, when he descends, establishes. Because other incarnations of the Lord, Sambhavami yuge yuge, there are so many powerful and wonderful incarnations of the Lord. We have heard about the famous Dashavatara. But actually speaking, the avatars are like waves in the ocean. Innumerable, uncountable. And they do help us achieve liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tapataha tyaktva deham punarjanmaneti mameti sorjuna. Krishna says, my birth and my activities in my various incarnations, Janma karma chame divyam, they are transcendental. Now what does that word transcendental mean? It transcends the laws of nature. He's not born. We are born because we are forced by the law of karma. We have no choice where we are going to be born. We have no choice when we choose to die. Unless rare souls like Bhishma was given a benediction, Ichha Mrityu. Otherwise we have no choice. But the Lord descends where He likes, when He likes, how He likes. And He departs where, when and how He wants. That is why it is called Leela. Leela means just like a drama. It is very clear, this is how it will be, this is what the theme will be, and these are the players, and this is how. It's fully under His control. So, in the Gita, there are 3 levels of explanation. The first level of explanation is Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sujamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkatam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge. It's amazing how Krishna so beautifully orchestrates his pastime in a very, very instructive way. Every part of his pastime, even before he appears, he creates such an amazing scene before he appears. Just like in Kurukshetra battle, like polarization. Here is the side of adharma and the side of dharma. And the choice is given. Anyone wants to go there can go there, wants to come here can come here. Similarly, even before he gives the instruction of the Gita, which is one of the purpose of his descent, using Arjuna as an instrument, he instructs the Gita. But what a setting! What a setting! If imagine if a person wants to sell a diamond, you go to TBZ, Tribhuvandas, Zaveri, and South Bombay we have that, all this lane where diamond is sold. In the showcases, the diamond is not just hung somewhere and just placed in a hand and given. They are mounted on a beautiful blue or red satin cloth, on a very beautiful setting, so it enhances the beauty. We are able to appreciate more. Similarly, Krishna could have spoken Gita sitting on a mat to the rishis. But Krishna specifically chooses what a setting. Nail biting, setting. Everyone is thinking, what's going to happen? The conch shell is blown, billions of soldiers standing ready to fight, and all of a sudden, the main person, the man of the series, so to say, Arjun, drops his bow and he says, I'm not going to fight. Huh? You're going to fight? We're depending upon you. And Krishna, and in fact, Arjun tells Krishna, drive the chariot in between the 2 armies. And here is a huge army, and here is a huge army, right in the center. Using Arjun as an instrument, bewildered, confused, in a dilemma about his duty, because he saw, damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's called Dharma Sankat. He saw futility in any action that he took. So many times we find ourselves in similar situation. What's the right thing to do? How should I go about doing it? Should I do it or not do it? Similarly, even before his appearance, the day Devaki and Vasudeva got married, and Devaki's brother Kamsa, out of affection for his younger sister, with tears in his eyes, takes up the chariot and is ready to drive her to her, in-laws' place. Suddenly this voice from the sky come that, oh Kamsa, you are such a fool. This same Devaki whom you are riding on the chariot, her 8th child will be your death personified. Now, this message is equally shocking both to Vasudeva and to Kamsa. Equally shocking. But how they respond brings out the contradiction in such a dramatic way. Somebody had sent me a small video clipping about when you squeeze an orange, what comes out is orange juice. When you squeeze a mango juice comes out. Whatever is inside will come out when you are squeezed. So in times of crisis, the nature of a person comes out. And so here is Kamsa apparently expressing himself to be so much a lover, affectionate to Devaki. But as soon as his interest, he sees that she becomes an obstacle for his personal interest, then he holds her head, with hair in one hand, and with the same he takes out a sword and he cut off her head. And then how Vasudeva responds. He's also the same situation. His wife is going to die on the day of marriage. How soberly he assesses the whole situation. Obviously, he's a diplomatic person, he's a Kshatriya, understands the nature of doing things. And how beautifully he pacifies Kamsa and saves Devaki's life, at least for the time being, and promises Kamsa that after every child is born, I will bring it to you. The amazing part is, even a hard-hearted, cruel, demoniac person like Kamsa trusts Vasudeva because of his integrity and says, okay, you can go. So Krishna demonstrates through this beautiful incident why he chooses person like Vasudeva and Devaki to appear. Why he chooses them as his parents. He could have chosen anyone, but why specifically these two personalities? And it is further enhanced. Imagine, the first child is born, Vasudeva names him Kirtiman, immediate Namkaran day is done because you don't know what's going to happen. He didn't wait for the Namkaran day and immediately takes him and hands over to Kamsa. Knowing fully well that Kamsa can do anything with the child. And Kamsa says, no, I have no fear with this. First child, it's about 8 child, you can take the child back. And Vasudevji is walking away, but he cannot trust Kamsa's words. And in the purport, Swami Prabhupada writes, you cannot trust a person who cannot trust his own senses and mind. And sure enough, his associates tell him, what are you doing? Anything can happen. Why this first child? It could be, in a finger, which is the first one, which is the second one. Of course, Naraji also comes and plays this role. And instantly, he not only kills the child, but imprisons Vasudeva and Devaki. And the amazing part is, year after year, Vasudeva and Devaki continue to produce children, knowing fully well that as soon as the child is born, he will be smashed to death right in front of their eyes. Now there are so many mothers here. Any parents, imagine knowing fully well that the child, as soon as it is going to be born, somehow if the child is born and then immediately dies, naturally that's another thing. Knowing fully that he'll be murdered right in front of your eyes. How many may be inspired to even, go ahead? But why year after year they continues to produce children? Because they knew that the 8th child is going to be Krishna. So for Krishna's interest, they were ready to bear anything, all the inconveniences. There are external reasons and internal reasons for Krishna's appearance. Generally, the Bhagavad Gita is like the elementary study of spirituality, and Bhagavatam is the graduate study. Gita introduces the basics of spirituality. Who is the Lord? Who is the living entity? What is his material nature? How are they interconnected? How are they related? What is the time factor? What is the nature of karma? These are the foundational principles. And an indication of the Supreme Lord, an indication of the spiritual realm of existence. But Bhagavatam is considered the advanced study of Gita. If Gita is a law book, Bhagavatam is like a law journal. Through chronological and many other stories and actual incidents within the universe at various times in history, it brings out those same principles. So the first level, the outer reason for Krishna's appearance is Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. And all the avatars, whether it is Varahadev, whether it is Nrsimhadev, whether it is Kurmadev, whether it is Vamandev, so many avatars, they do that. But in the Bhagavatam, what is indicated is further elaborated in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, another very glorious scripture, which is like a postgraduate study of spirituality. And therein, the internal reason for Krishna's appearance is brought out in a very beautiful way. Gita is Krishna's words. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Krishna's words is Bhagavad Gita. Krishna's activities in the various incarnations is the Srimad Bhagavatam. But what does Krishna think in his mind, in his heart? That is glorified in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. And in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the author, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, brings out the internal reason for Krishna's appearance. As the external reason is threefold: to annihilate the demons, to protect the devotees, and to establish religious principles. And by hearing his pastimes, one may get liberated from the cycle of birth and death. These are external reasons. All the other incarnations also do that. But what is so special about Krishna? It's interesting. Most of these pastimes in Krishna Leela, wherever you see, are so sweet. Very rarely You don't see little Narsinga coming and playing around with gopis. Imagine some Bal Leela of Narsinga. Imagine you jump out from the pillar and in a mild way roar sweetly. No, he comes and tears and goes back. Varahadev comes from the nose of Lord Brahma, does his job and leaves. Vamandev suddenly expands, does his pastime and leaves. But Krishna's pastimes are very interesting, and that is explained in this particular. The two reasons for Krishna's descent, Krishna himself says through the mouth of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, what was Krishna thinking? He says, Prema rasa niryasa korite asvada raga marga bhakti loke korite pracharan Rasika Shekhar Krishna Parama Karuna Ei Dui Hetu Hoite Ichhara Udgama. It's in middle age Bengali. So there are two desires that Krishna had. So that the Supreme Lord himself appeared. Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. He comes in various forms, but he himself, the Supreme Lord, Anadiradir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He himself comes for two reasons. And he comes not every time. He comes once in a day of Brahma. That's described in the scripture, in the Bhagavad Gita itself. What is the lifespan of Brahma? Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Aharyad Brahmano Viduhu. 1000 cycles of 4 yugas, Sat, Treta, Dwapar and Kali, is one cycle. Kali Yuga is 4,32,000 years, of which only 5,000 has gone. 4,27 more, 27,000 years. Dwapar is 8,64,000, twice Kali Yuga. Treta is 3 times, 12,96,000. And Satyuga is 4 times Kali Yuga, 17,28,000. If I am good in math, I'm not so very good, but I did my MSc, so I know a little bit mathematics. So, Sat, Treta, Dwapar, Kali, 17,28,000, 12,96,000, 8,64,000, 4,32,000. Approximately 42 lakhs, 40 lakhs is one cycle. 1000 cycles of these 4 yugas make 12 hours of Brahma. And 1000 cycles make one night of Lord Brahma. Sahasra Yuga Paryantam, Ahar means morning, 12 hours. And Ratri Yuga Sahasrantam Tehoratra, this is 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And in one day of Brahma, Krishna comes only once. That's all. The original Supreme Lord comes only once. And why does he come? What is the speciality that you find in no other incarnation which only Krishna gives? Which is why people just fall in love with his pastime. So the two things he says, Prema Rasa Niryasa. Niryasa means the essence. When you squeeze out, you get the essence. So Prema Rasa. Everyone is looking for some taste. Rasa is very difficult to translate in English. It's like a mellow, it's called mellow, a taste. Just like every relationship has a taste between the servant and the master, friend and the friend, parents and the children, lover and the beloved. Each has a very unique flavor. Why people are so eager to develop relationships because there is a taste in it. It's a very sweet taste. It's a very subtle thing. But it's taste. And it is so satisfying. But in that relationship, everyone seeks unlimited and eternal love. We want it to increase. But unfortunately, the nature of this relationship in this world is what is so tasty in one situation, many a times can turn into extremely sour if it breaks. And it happens again and again. Relationships get strained. And people, many a time, go into depression or even to the extent of committing suicide or murder. You feel so jealous, you love triangles, fight, and that's a regular stories. But still, there is a desire to seek that love in relationships. But in this world, it's limited. And it ends, it comes to an end sometime or the other. But the desire is to seek that, and that is because the Supreme Lord, Janmashtami, He seeks that relationship. So there are 4 types of relationships which Krishna wants to taste. And He tastes it in His abode, Vrindavan. Golok Vrindavan, in the spiritual realm. But sometimes he thinks that I have come, several times I come, in every yuga I come, and I protect the pious, annihilate the miscreants, and establish the religious principles, and people hear about me and get liberation from the cycle of birth and death. But generally people approach me with awe and reverence. 4 types of people come to the Lord. Number 1, Artha, people in distress. People go, unfortunately, many a times, most of the times, people go to the temple generally when they are distressed, to remove the distress. Please get this done. Sometimes you go in some holy places, you see so many, on the tree they tie up so many strings, do this and this, I'll come and release this. Remove this distress or fulfilling a desire. Artha means in distress. Artharthi means, they say manokamna puri hogi. It's good. At least you're going to the right person. You have to go to the father or the mother to fulfill your desires. That's good. The third is inquisitiveness, jigyasu. And the fourth is knowledgeable person, understanding that I need to connect with him. So, generally people go with awe and reverence, but and generally they are like this, in front of the Lord. Because He is great and we are small. He is powerful and we are helpless. He is big and we are insignificant. And therefore we all go like this. One of our devotees was mentioning in a very interesting way. He had been to Rome, and in one of the churches, huge dome of the church, there are some stained glass paintings, and one painting on that dome he saw that there is a powerful light coming out. It's like the effulgence of the Lord, a light, powerful light coming. and it's blinding, and the devotee is going like this. It's like hitting his eyes, and Surya Koti Samaprabha, as they say. Imagine looking at the noonday sun and multiply it by, crore times. So it's like that. The devotee is going like this. And then he said, imagine you go to Vrindavan, and here is apparently ordinary cowherd lady, Yashoda, with a rope in one hand and a stick in the other, wanting to chastise Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the controller of all controllers, the creator of everything that be, the cause of all causes, the source of everything. And this lady is holding a stick. An ordinary young lady is holding a stick, and the Supreme Lord is going like this. Who can understand this understanding of God? She has tied him. Look at that. She's chasing and the Lord is running away. Someone to believe that she is the Supreme? The devotees of the Lord are supposed to be men of integrity, and the Lord is a thief. Imagine you call somebody as a chief guest for a program and say, "ये बहुत बड़े चोर हैं." He's a thief, he steals regularly, and he's our chief guest. Can you imagine Makhan Chor? How do we understand? Mother Yashoda ties him up. The gopis sometimes chastise him. That beautiful picture there, the cowherd boys sometimes defeat him and say, Krishna, you got defeated, now you have to carry us on your shoulder from here to there. Actually, the Lord is defeated by his friends. One name of the Lord is Ajita. He is unconquerable, but he is conquered. When Krishna was lifting the Govardhan hill, all the cowherd boys were thinking, poor Kana, is getting tired. So they brought their sticks and held it. They said, Krishna, you can go relax, you just relax your hand, we'll hold it till then. Because Krishna didn't release it, otherwise. So why does he do this? He wants to show to the whole two things, to relish and to demonstrate. Aswadam and pracharan. Prema rasa niryasa karite aswadam. Krishna, the Supreme Lord, wants to taste the essence of love by which he becomes controlled. I will give you one practical example where any one of you can relate to it. Recently, just yesterday, I came back from Kolhapur, and one man, he's a excellent tailor, excellent tailor, but a very short-tempered person. And he had come with a little, some scar here. And he was telling what happened. Not he, sorry. His daughter was telling what happened. He said, my father is extremely short-tempered person, and nobody dares stand in front of him when he becomes angry. But then recently he got a grandchild. And his granddaughter, when she chastises him, he also hears. She said, sit down. Don't shout. Sit down. And he sits. And the parents try to tell, no, just keep quiet. And he actually bowed down, and then they get on to his shoulder and, they ride on him, and he's going on all the fours. And they can't believe he's the same fellow who becomes so angry and so short-tempered. And something she did, and there was like scissor, because that scissor everything she would do, and suddenly she did something and it started bleeding. They said, no, very nice. Don't worry, let her do it. Sorry, take away the scissors. Don't worry, just. And the daughter was telling, I can't believe that my, father is being treated like this. And he's very happy about it. He doesn't complain. Because it is so sweet. There's love, there's affection, there's sweetness. Of course, if he wants, he can dash up the child. But no, he is overpowered by that love. Similarly, the devotees of the Lord have uninterrupted and unconditional love for the Lord. And that unconditional and uninterrupted love captures Krishna. And that is what Krishna comes to relish in Vrindavan. He wants to show to the whole world how I am captured. Mad aham bhakta paradhino. I become subservient to the love of my devotee. So what is this love? What is the speciality of the love of the gopis or the Vrajavasis? What is so special? In the love of the Vrajavasis to Krishna, there is no interest for the self, no desire for self. What's in it for me? Unconditional. Sometimes we love on one condition. If you stop that, I also stop. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. You're my friend because you do this. Otherwise, you can become my bitter enemy. I always tell this story. One time, one devotee went to Hanumanji and told Hanumanji, do you know something? I just visited Ram. And I asked Lord Ram, how many devotees you have in the whole universe? So he gave me a huge ledger. And I saw millions and millions of Ram Bhaktas. And, but I didn't see your name. So I'm asking you, why your name is not there? Whole world knows you as Ram Bhakta Hanuman, but in the diary I didn't see. So Hanumanji said, why are you asking me? Go and ask Ram. So the devotee went back and told Lord Ram, my Lord, does this list of devotees what you have given me, is the exhaustive list? He said, no. Sorry, are there more devotees? Yeah, there are few more. Who are they? He said, yeah, I'll tell you. And from his dhoti, he picked out a small diary. These are some of the devotees. And that small diary had very few but special names of devotees. And topping the list was Hanuman. So the devotee asked Lord Ramchandra, what is the difference between the names of devotees in this big diary and the names of devotees in this small diary? So Lord Ram smiled and he said, in this big diary are the names of the millions and millions and unlimited number of devotees since Treta Yuga who remember me 24 hours a day without cessation. Oh, then what about this small diary? I said, in the small diary are the names of those devotees whom I remember 24 hours a day. कहा भरत सम तुम प्रिय भाई, सहस वदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, असकय श्रीपति कंठ लगावे. साधवो हृदयम मह्यम साधूनाम हृदयम तुहम. Because Hanumanji showed, he poured his heart to show who resides in his heart 24 hours whom he remembers. If Lord Ram were to ever, there's no photo of that. If he did that, you will find Hanumanji there. He's so dear. Why? Because Hanuman has absolutely selfless love for Ram. The only desire he has is, how can I love you? How can I serve you? How can I please you? With absolutely no other expectation. This is the height of Dasya Bhav. And in Vrindavan, you will also find the Sakhya Bhav, deep friends. In fact, in Dasya, at least there is an expectation that the Lord is master, we are the servant. But in Brajdham, in Vrindavan, you will find three other mellows or relationships which are extremely, taken to an extreme degree. One is of friendship. Such friendship, such intimacy, that in that friendship they think God to be equal. Who are you? Who are you? What do you think of yourself? You just keep quiet. You are also equal to me. This is what the cowherd boys actually feel. Then there is a relationship of parental love which Yashoda, Nanda Maharaj and the senior gopis feel. What to speak of the most conjugal, intimate love of the gopis, the young gopis, headed by Srimati Radharani. Literally, Krishna becomes the doll in their hands. So Krishna wants to demonstrate to the whole world where God doesn't want to be acknowledged as God, where God doesn't want to be called as God, where God in his intimacy comes so near to the living entity that actually the living entity feels, he is my friend. I don't care whether he is God or not, he is my friend first. The parents feel, I don't care whether he is God or not, he is my son first. And the gopis don't care whether you are God or not, you are our lover first. He actually comes down to their level. In ignorance also, we also deal the same thing. Krishna, I am also like that. We also feel like that, and the Brajavasis feel like that. What's the difference? The difference is, avajananti mam mudha manushim tanumashtam. Krishna says in the Gita, fools deride me when I descend in a human-like form, thinking me to be an ordinary person. While, so that is called Mahamaya, a layer of covering of ignorance. But in the spiritual world, what covers the glory of God is their intensity and concentrated love. Because they love Krishna so much, they don't care if he is God. Yashodamai says, he may be God for all of you, but if I don't feed him, he will fall sick. So I have to feed him. Just look at him. You say he is God. One time, Krishna opened his mouth because people complained, all the children complained, he has eaten dust. There is a place called Brahmand Ghat in Vrindavan. So Mata Yashoda called him. He said, Kana, open your mouth. These people are complaining that you have eaten dirt. I didn't eat dirt. Imagine, the absolute truth is telling a lie. He said, I didn't eat dirt. In fact, it is a question that the Acharyas ask, did Krishna tell the truth or a lie? He said, I didn't eat the dirt. In one sense it's true because everything is him. What is he eating? Everything is inside. What is outside is also inside of him. So Krishna says no. And Mother Yashoda said, open your mouth. We used to have that one KG school thing. Dimple chin, rosy lips, teeth within. Open your mouth. Something like that. I don't remember now. So Mother Yashoda said, open your mouth. Krishna opened his mouth. Within Krishna's tiny little mouth, she saw the whole cosmic manifestation. She was about to faint. She said, something is wrong with the child. Some ghost has haunted him or what? And then she realized, for a second she realized, my God, I'm in deep illusion thinking that he's my child. She's the Supreme Lord. I'm an insignificant lady. What is this illusion I'm thinking? I should actually offer him obeisances. How foolish of me to think that she started thinking like that. Awe and reverence started coming into her heart. And Krishna doesn't like that. Because when awe and reverence comes, the sweetness of love is weakened. He didn't want that. Her pure motherly love to be weakened by this feeling of awe and reverence. And as soon as she started thinking, there was a cat nearby. And the cat loudly mewed, meow, and immediately Krishna jumped and he caught hold of his mother and entered her inside. I said, I'm feeling, take this cat away, take this cat away. Instantly, Mother Yashoda said, this is my Kana. I knew all this. Something he opened his mouth, rather illusion. This is my real Kana. In an instant. So the first thing, that internal reason why Krishna descends, because his expansions can do killing of demons and establishing all the religious principles. He doesn't have to come down. To kill a little mosquito, you don't need to bring a tank from the military. One swatter is enough. So to kill one demon, Krishna is sitting in his heart. He could give a heart attack from inside. His veins can be torn through his Sudarshan Chakra inside. Why does he come? Prema rasa niryasa karite aswadan. To taste the sweetness of the love, unconditional, uninterrupted love of his devotees. And raga marga bhakti loke karite pracharan. He wants to show the spontaneous, natural love which attracts him to become subservient to his devotees. What is spontaneous love? The difference between, there are two paths of bhakti. One is called Vidhi Marga, Vaidhi Marga, and another one is called Raga Marga. Vaidhi Marga or Vidhi Marga is the rules and regulations. We are told, don't do this, do only this. You're not supposed to do, like Sridhama Sakapar was telling, not supposed, no meeting, no intoxication, no illicit, no gambling, you have to chant regularly. These are do's and don'ts, prescriptions and prohibitions. We have no love, but we follow rules and regulations to purify our heart. Sometimes we do it out of fear, because we may be irreligious otherwise, or we may be punished, or to gain something, or in a form of duty. He's doing so much, at least we have to do this. And there is another process, the process of love. Natural, just like Mother Ganga, when she flows, no obstacle can stop it. The flow is so, we were in Alkananda, in Rishikesh the other day, and after the rainy season, such powerful flow of Ganga there. Even if huge boulders or hillocks come, the Ganges goes through. So powerful. Nothing can stop it till it reaches the sea. Similarly, the gopis' love, the love of the Brajavasis, spontaneously flows towards Krishna. Nothing can stop. They don't care about rules and regulations. What? Do they not care about rules and regulations? Yes. When the gopis, some were serving their children, some were serving their parents, some were serving their husbands, and when Krishna played on his flute, in Vamshivat, in the middle of the night, on the day of Vasanta, and the beautiful Sharad season, Sharad Purnima. The moon is supposed to be at its best on the Sharad Purnima. At that time, Krishna chose to play on the flute and invite all his gopis for the Rasa Leela. Nobody could stop the gopis from coming to Krishna. Nishidhyamana bahubhihi bhratrubhihi bandhubhihi saha. They tried to stop, but they just couldn't stop. All moral principles, all religious principles, all social etiquettes, they just threw along to come to Krishna. And sometimes people criticize the gopis that, oh, they were immoral, they were irreligious. No. The purpose of religion is to please the Lord. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam braja. Were the gopis unchaste? In fact, everyone has two husbands, by the way, whether you know it or not. The soul, by nature, is Prakriti, and the Lord is the Purusha. So the body has a pati, a husband. You know, the body of a female has a pati, a husband. But the soul also has a husband, which is the eternal husband, Parama Purusha. Shriyapati, Yagyapati, Prajapati, Dhiyampati, Lokapati, Dharapati. Patir Gatis Chandhaka Vrishti Satvatam. The ultimate meaning of Pati. Pati means protector and maintainer. Who is the ultimate Pati? Who is the ultimate protector and maintainer? When Lakshmi ji came out from the ocean with a garland, there were all these devatas and all these danavas. Everyone was eager. Whom will she garland? And she looked around at everyone and she said, why I choose the Supreme Lord as my Pati? She gives the definition of Pati. This is for the information of all Patis sitting here. Whoever fits this definition, I offer my respects. Savai Pati syad akuto bhayam swayam samantatah pati bhayaturam janam. She says, who is here in this whole cosmic manifestation? Who is that personality? Savai Pati, he is fit to be the husband. My husband, Lakshmi Devi says, with a garland. Amongst all these devatas, among all the danavas and the Supreme Lord there, she says, Akuto Bhayam. He has no understanding of fear in his heart. There is no element of fear in his heart. First qualification. And the second qualification, furthermore, anyone who takes his shelter becomes 100% fearless. Prahlad, 5-year-old boy, standing in front of universal terrorist, Hiranyakashipu, who just by his name even the devatas feared. And Prahlad goes in front of his father and says, my dear father, you are a fool number one. With due respect, of course, he falls at his feet, offers him all respect, and then he says, you are a fool number one. How dare someone speak like that to Hiranyakashipu? And why is he so fearless? Because he has taken shelter of the ultimate Pati. It's not that the gopis ran for every other person. It's only for Krishna, the soul's eternal Pati. Only under that circumstance they are considered supremely chaste. Otherwise in this world, any outside of, marital, extramarital affair is considered obnoxious, not only spiritually, religious way, but also even social and moral standard. It's considered abominable. But not the gopis. Otherwise, why all the great acharyas of our sampradaya, all the great saintly personalities, all the rishis, all the powerful devatas worship the gopis? In fact, Lord Brahma prays to be born as a hillock in Vrindavan so that the dust of the gopis falls on his head. Uddhava, one of the intimate associates of Lord Krishna in Dwarka, aspires to become a grass on the ground of Vrindavan so that he can take the gopis' dust on his feet. He worships. Taking the dust of the feet means to worship their feelings of love, to worship the standard of their love, the purity of their love. So this is what Krishna, not only aswadan, but pracharan. Pracharan means to demonstrate. It's like an advertisement. That's why when Sridhama Sakha Prabhu said, all these paintings are, you know what they are? They are windows to the spiritual world. They are like advertisement. Do you want to come like this? Where the Lord becomes your friend. The Lord becomes your son. The Lord becomes your lover. The Lord becomes your most intimate associate. Welcome. Welcome to Vrindavan. राग मार्ग भक्ति लोके करिते प्रचारण रसिक शेखर कृष्ण परम करुणा. One he wants to taste because he is a taster, a connoisseur of sweet tastes, but he also is so merciful that he wants to invite every living entity. You want an eternal relationship of a master and servant. You want an eternal relationship, unlimited loving relationship with a friend, with a child, as a lover. Accept me. Eternally I can guarantee you that relationship which will never break. This is Sanatana Dharma. Lot of discussion going on in this country today. Big discussion going on. Sanatana Dharma. The Sanatana Jiva has a Sanatana means eternal. The Sanatana Jiva has a Sanatana relationship with the Sanatana Lord in the Sanatana sky, the spiritual realm of existence. Bhutva Bhutva. This material world comes into being and goes away, but the eternal realm of existence is eternally there. Yadgatva ananivartante tadhama paramam mama. Avyakta akshara ityukta stamahu paramam gatim. Yam prapya ananivartante tadhama paramam mama. That is Sanatana Dharma. It's beyond all the dualities existing in this world on the material realm. But then Krishna went back. He performed his pastime, demonstrated, and he went to Dwarka, and he there also he performed an amazing pastime, took all the Yadu wine in the excuse of a Yadava Kalaha, a fight. He actually took away all his associates and went back to the spiritual world, back to Golok Vrindavan. But now I will tell you one more secret. I will conclude with this secret. And if you understand this secret, today's Janmashtami for you will not be like any other Janmashtami. It can completely help you perfect your life. This is the most confidential secret, but most publicly, freely distributed. But the amazing part is, you can easily understand, but you can never understand. What do I mean by that? If you have faith, Shraddha Mulye Shuddha Name Hatete Bikaya. If you have faith in this, we can achieve perfection. And if you don't, we may say, "Acha hai Swamiji, very nice, thank you very much, very nice. Okay, let's take prasadam, Hari Bol." Krishna went back to the spiritual world and is sitting and thinking, I went along with my associates, I took my dham, my abode, my associates, my whole Vrindavan, with Yamuna, with Govardhan, with the dust, the transcendental dust of Vrindavan, with my cows, Surabhi cows, and I performed this pastime, I relished, and I advertised also, and I came back. But Kali Yuga has come. As soon as I left, Kali Yuga has come. And in Kali Yuga, people practically have no qualification. Their lifespan is so short. And even that short lifespan, if they are very fortunate, they live for 100 years. Very rare souls. Nobody lives for 100 years. As Kali Yuga is passing, the lifespan is reducing. And in that lifespan reduction also, people they are so lazy for spirituality. They are very active for other things, but very lazy spiritually. And even if they overcome their laziness and come to the Janmashtami program, or regularly go to holy place of pilgrimage or the places of worship and do some strong sadhana, even if they are inclined, somehow overcome their laziness, they can be easily misguided. Because there is so many things that goes on in the name of spirituality. There are so many new age stuff. So they can easily be misguided. Even if they come to the right place, develop the right understanding, still there are so many distractions and obstacles that they face in this life that they lack the determination to pursue the path and stick on till the end, both internally and externally. So many obstacles: lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, illusion, and so many disturbances from outside, distractions. So Krishna was thinking, hey, I have come, I have demonstrated, but in Kali Yuga I see, even though I gave the Bhagavad Gita, nobody is interested in the Gita. Nobody studies the Gita. Nobody even has inclination to understand or to speak of practicing it. And in the name of Gita, so many other things are being spread. So I think I have to come down again. But this time, I will not come as a Lord. I will come as a devotee of the Lord. So if I have to come as a devotee, then I should take the mood of the highest devotee. And who is the highest devotee of Krishna? Srimati Radharani. So when Krishna comes again in Kali Yuga with the mood and the effulgence of Srimati Radharani, the greatest devotee, Krishna, this is described by Maharaj, to Maharaj Nimi in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Maharaj Nimi asks Karbhajan Rishi, the Navayogendras, he said, tell me, Satyuga, Dwapar Yuga, Treta Yuga and Kali Yuga, which are the incarnations of the Lord? Yuga, Avatar. Avatar, Ava means to descend, Taran means to move around, Avatar. Who is an avatar for Kali Yuga? He says, Krishna Varanam Tusha Akrishnam Sango Pangastra Parshadam Yagyain Sankirtana Pray Vijantihi Sumedasa. Krishna Varanam. He is non-different from Krishna. The same Lord, Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. Yuge Yuge means Kali Yuga also. Tusha Akrishnam. But he is not blackish like Krishna. He is golden color. And Sa-anga, Upa-anga Astra Parshadam. He will not come alone. He will come with his associates. And what will he do? He will Yajñai Sankirtana Prayai. He will do this glorious congregational chanting of the holy name, worshipping the Lord through the congregational chanting of the holy name. And who will understand and follow him? Sumedhasa. Medha is brain substance. Those who have good brain substance, intelligent people. Sumedha. They will follow that. And that is what Lord Chaitanya came to give. Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. In Kali Yuga, Krishna has descended in the form of his name. And when, just like, when the Lord descends as Vishnu form, he has Shankha, Chakra, Gada and Padma. It's very interesting. Chakra and Gada, the club and the disc, is Vinashaya Siddhishkritam. He cut off Shishupal's head. And Shankha and Padma, the lotus and the conch, is Paritranaya Sadhunam. To protect and to enliven and inspire the pious. But in Kali Yuga, all these, because in Kali Yuga, people want 2-in-1, 3-in-1, all-in-one. So the Lord has come with his holy name, which is all-in-one. Namna Makari Bahudha Nija Sarva Shakti. All the power of destruction of the evil and the elevation of the divine happens within the holy name. It's 4-in-1. When we take shelter of the holy name removes the unwanted, the selfish, egoistic nature it destroys within our heart. It's like the good dog and the bad dog within the same person. So it destroys lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, its power and its, agitation. And it enhances the dormant divine qualities within us. It's there within us. Because we are part of Krishna, these qualities are dormant in us. It just needs to be awakened. And all of it can happen simply by chanting the holy name. So the Lord came, personally chanted the holy name, demonstrated how a devotee should be surrendering to the Lord and attain success in life. And this in Parampara, what Srila Prabhupada has brought and handed to all of us. It's amazing how, as it was mentioned in the introduction, how Srila Prabhupada, just yet, last month I was in America, I visited all those places where Srila Prabhupada went in 1965 with just 40 rupees in hand at the age of 70 with 2 heart attacks in a ship, not a plane, and landed in the Boston Commonwealth Pier Harbor and went eventually to New York, met with the hippies and made them happies. The people who had rejected their own society, but they accepted this Krishna conscious society. And today this is the result of what he sowed the seed. Today is bearing fruit and the branches are extending from the tree all over. And one branch is at Hpcl, which is celebrating its amazing, very sweet Janmashtami festival. So I really, from the core of my heart, would like to thank all of you for coming to this program And I request all of you to accept this gift. You have come to wish Krishna happy birthday, and Krishna is giving you return gift. And this gift is, please take this name. This is what? Golokera Prema Dhana Harinam Sankirtan. This is gift straight, imported gift. Imported from the spiritual realm. Just chant this holy name. What to speak of its effect being enhanced when it is done in the association of sincere, pure-hearted devotees. So I wish all of you a very, very happy and sublime Janmashtami, and I'll pray at the lotus feet of Krishna that may the pure love which is dormant in all our hearts be very soon awakened by taking shelter of the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Sri Krishna Janmashtami Mahamahotsav ki. Thank you.
So, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. It's out between a devotee and a demon. So, in fact, in the beginning of our Janmashtami Mahamahotsav also, there was some situation. So, and in amidst that situation also, so Krishna tests us many times. He sees how we behave in different circumstances. So it was a very wonderful lecture by Prabhuji. So with all our with deep gratitude towards Prabhuji, we'd like to express our gratitude by loudly chanting 3 times, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. I sincerely, eagerly, I request all of you, we are every fortnightly we are having this satsang program in our TV room, and see, this was just a glimpse of what the nectarian Krishna Katha is, and we all are very, very fortunate that we are getting this opportunity to listen to Krishna Katha. So every fortnightly there is a Krishna Katha program which is being conducted by His Grace Sridham Sakha Prabhuji. So I very sincerely pray to all of you to kindly take part and grab this opportunity. Hari Bol. So after that, just a glimpse of the program. After that we will be having the Maha Arati, and then Prasadam will start. Before that I would like to invite, we'd like to invite Sunil Jarikar Prabhuji to give the vote of thanks. Hari Bol. Sunil Jarikar Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama.
Rama Rama.
हरे हरे
हरे हरे।
ये बड़ा काम मुझे सौंप दिया है। प्रभु जी ने चंद्रयान से शुरू किया था, मैं भी चंद्रयान से शुरू करूंगा। We all know that what was the thing that landed on Chandrayaan? What was the name? Vikram, right? Vikram lander ने लैंड किया at the right place, right time. राधा गोपीनाथ प्रभु जी भी इधर right place, right time में लैंड किए और विक्रम लैंडर ने वहां पर प्रज्ञान छोड़ा। यहाँ पर प्रभु जी ने अपना गीता और भागवतम का ज्ञान छोड़ा हमारे लिए। And I think it was a wonderful, mesmerizing lecture by Radha Gopinath Prabhuji. I would like to, ये नहीं चलेगा। I want you all to loudly chant 3 times Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Thank you so much. Our Sharanam Satsang team has been observing since couple of months attitude of gratitude, and I think I would defer to call this as a vote of thanks, but expressing our gratitude to the people who have supported this. After Radha Gopinath Prabhuji, it is the Kirtan which was led by Prakashanand Prabhuji, and let us chant loudly for Prakashanand Prabhuji and his team for the Kirtan they are done here 3 times. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Don't worry about the list. 2 पेज का है मगर 5 मिनट में खत्म कर दूंगा. I don't want to be between you people and the Aarti and our Prasadam. Okay. I would like to express my gratitude to His Grace Surya Krishna Prabhu, Adi Govind Prabhu and Sudhir Sachandra Prabhu for guiding us in taking care of Hpcl and dressing of their Lordship. So I request you all to say one time Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Thank you. And Her Grace Rasarani Mataji and His Grace Yugatar Prabhu, who have volunteered to bring their deities, beautiful deities here, and their deities are named Radha Ladli Lal, and these deities are coming to HP Nagar East for the first time, and they are very beautiful deities. Now you will see their darshan also. So express our gratitude by saying loudly Hari Bol. Thank you. Special gratitude to No, I would not like to say this like this, because our satsang Sharanam is something like an EV charging station, and this person is like a charger. जो गाड़ी इलेक्ट्रिक गाड़ी का चार्जिंग करना पड़ता है ना, तो this person is like a charger. Every fortnightly he comes, you come there, park yourself for a couple of hours, and you get charged for the next fortnight. I know whom I am hinting at. It is Sri Ram Chandra Prabhuji. Let us express our gratitude by loudly chanting 3 times. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Thank you. Our Sharanam team also would like to express our gratitude to Kesarkar and his team from HPNE office for giving us this beautiful auditorium and all the facilities over here, with which we are able to conduct this program so nicely. So, loudly chant. Hari Bol. Thank you. All the devotees who have come from outside and have escalated the feeling of devotion by their gracious presence and giving their association. भूल गए? Hari Bol. Hari Bol. And next thing is, I think you all like the culturals, right? Did you like it or not?
Yes.
Prasada milega bhai.
Yes, very well.
So, a heartfelt thanks to all the children and of HPNE and their parents for a wonderful dance drama.
Hari Bol.
Thank you. And as you entered this program, you might have seen a lot of rangoli work, lot of decoration work, and which was led by Rajeshwari Mataji, Lata Nayar Mataji, Upasana Mataji, Lata Chiluri Mataji, Sunita Mataji, and also Prabhujis like Himanshu Prabhu, Sachin Prabhu, Rashekar Prabhu, who have guided in all these decorations and all the arrangements. So another round of applause or not applause. Hari. And also I would like to express gratitude to all the volunteers. ये volunteers बोलने से अच्छा है कि एक दिमाग में क्या आ रहा है कि it is something like a mutually assisted team. यहाँ पर सिर्फ HPCL ही नहीं है, it is HPCL, Tata Colony, BPCL Colony, RCF people, everyone joins hands together here and does a satsang. And there is something, a beautiful thing, wherein it is not only professionally we are associated, but also on the religious front we are associated. So loudly chant for all these devotees. Okay. And also for the devotees who have brought bogas and offerings.
Haribo.
Thank you. For all the residents of HPNE and others who have come from outside also, and I think we have the head of Hpcl family, the better half of the head of Hpcl family is sitting here with us. This is Sunita Mataji, who is representing everyone in the Hpcl outset, and all the HPNE residents also. Big round of Haribol to them all. To all the HPCL residents. Last but not least, let me thank all the devotees who are aspiring devotees for being such a lovely, encouraging and supporting audience. You all deserve not one but three times. And now before I come to the last thing, I would like to say that कि प्रभु जी ने बहुत अच्छे तरीके से बताया, इसको समझ भी पाएंगे और नहीं भी समझ पाएंगे, because it is said in our scriptures that कली काले नाम रूपे कृष्ण अवतार, प्रभु जी ने तो बोल दिया, और it is also mentioned in the scriptures which we keep on hearing that हरे नाम एव केवलम कलव नास्तेव गतिरन्यथा. This is written 3 times, and anything that is written 3 times, it is said it is very important. यानी इसका मतलब यह है कि हरि नाम के अलावा इस युग में कोई और गति नहीं है, ठीक है ना. सो गति नहीं है. और प्रकाश आनंद प्रभु जी कीर्तन स्टार्टिंग करने से पहले एकदम हल्के से बोला था कि प्रभुपाद प्रभु जी ने बताया है कि कीर्तन करते समय ताली बजाना चाहिए. ताली क्यों बजाना चाहिए ये भी उन्होंने हिंट दिया, क्योंकि ये हमारा कर्म बदल देता है, हमारा भाग्य बदल देता है, हमारा हाथों का रेखा बदल देता है. सो उन्होंने तो इतना बताया, कुछ लोगों ने समझ लिया का ताली बजाया, मगर अभी मैं सबसे निवेदन करूंगा, अगर जो जितने भी लोग बैठे हैं, कि आरती होते समय अभी नहीं मेरे लिए कुछ मत बजाइए. जब आरती होगा तभी आपको एक सूचना दूंगा.
विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय तन मन धन से बोलिए
Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,